Hi, it's Gab, and I'm reviewing Love and Other Drugs. I'm going to try to keep this short. I'm a bit sick, if you could tell. I need to get some drugs and some love. But anyway, this is a romantic comedy, the marketers are saying. I'll go with dramedy on this one, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Anne Hathaway. Jake Gyllenhaal is a pharmaceutical rep who one day in a doctor's office crosses paths with Anne Hathaway's character. She's at the doctor's because she is suffering from early onset Parkinson's, unusual for someone her age. Nevertheless, there you have it. And so that's on the table right away as soon as they meet, and is otherwise a fairly typical love story. They passionately roll around on the floor after about 10 minutes. He's smitten, she pushes him away. Various little obstacles, but obviously the big obstacle being her condition. Parkinson's is something that's currently not curable, it's degenerative, so this is hanging over their whole relationship, and we know, I mean, this is what has to be dealt with, and what has to be dealt with is her deciding if she's going to keep love at arm's length or let it in, damn the consequences, and he, of course, the stakes for him being, does this otherwise, you know, up until this moment, playboy, like the world is his oyster kind of character, take the plunge into such a serious adult commitment for the sake of, you know, that he's finally found love. Well, there you have it. I don't want to spoil the end. I mean, the ending is obviously can only go in so many directions, and the film gets us there in an otherwise pretty typical romantic comedy kind of way. All the cliches are there, lots of doe-eyed looks between the both of them. They sort of have a googly eyes show off, these two actors, lots of big brown eyeballs here, and so typical in that sense, and also typical in sort of the disease of the week sense. I don't want to be insensitive, but as a film, as a fictitious film, again, those sort of cliches are there in the way that the morbidity of her condition is dealt with in a way I found it to be manipulative, borderline manipulative in the shots and the scoring and the performance of Anne Hathaway. It didn't cross the line into totally unbelievable or ridiculous, but I didn't feel much extreme emotional realism in it either, words. It was a very Hollywood handling of it. Nevertheless, as I say, the performance was quite admirable, I would say, on Anne Hathaway's part. Jake Gyllenhaal has come into his own. He's a decent actor at current time. Definitely easy on the eyes, as both of them are. So they look great together. And they handle their characters nicely. Again, their characters are cliches as well. So I don't feel that the material that they had to work with was really exemplary stuff here. But they did a nice job with it. Their chemistry is believable, if not a bit forced. As I say, very attractive, but two attractive people don't make automatic chemistry. They were very nice to look at together. Believable as a couple to a certain degree. They almost had a bit of a brother-sister thing going on for me, a bit of a feeling, but you could say that that's due to the actors' comfort with each other, which was nice to see and necessary because there was a lot of nudity, a lot of sex scenes. Yes, you see Anne Hathaway naked, lots of breasts, Jake Gyllenhaal's butt. I don't mean to be shallow, but there is a lot of that, and so if you're interested, then you will get your satisfaction from that. Showing all of the sex it was to me a pretty obvious counterpoint to the health and wonderful aspects of youth and physicality juxtaposed with what Anne's character is going through with the Parkinson's. That was something interesting there. I'm not sure that it was carried out fully as successfully as it could have been. Also with Jake's character peddling Viagra, which is used for much of the comedy or attempted comedy in this film. I didn't find it particularly funny, and we've heard every Viagra joke by now, so that the presence of Viagra in this film, other than the attempt at comedy, again, was also something to sort of counterpoint, the shallow pursuits of youthful bodies in sex versus what Anne's character's youthful, beautiful body is going through in its degenerative struggle. Again, something sort of interesting there, but didn't pull it off as far as I'm concerned in an interesting way. It was just a fairly bland love story and a fairly uninspiring, sort of wishy-washy, disease-related exploratory story. Didn't do it for me on either count. This story is based on a book called Hard Sell. I'm not familiar with it. Maybe the book is more successful in the comedy, in the pathos, in the any of the ideas that this filmmaker was trying to bring out, beyond just the surface romanticism, with the a little bit of tragedy thrown in. So it didn't do anything special for me. I give it 2 3/4 gabs, but if you want to see Anne Hathaway's breasts and Jake Gyllenhaal's butt on the big screen, this is the movie for you. Thanks for watching.